you gonna stream now?
What?
Are you gonna stream?
Yes, I'm streaming right now.
Sorry.
Oh Lord. Alrighty. I was gonna do something, but I forgot what I was gonna do. Dun, dun. Alrighty, that's done. That's done. Alright, we got everything. Put this over here. How's everybody doing on this lovely day? I'm gonna close my door actually. Alrighty. Alright, so we got a couple things going on today, right? We're testing out a new mic. Not a new mic, this is one of my old mics. I'm using it again. I want to see how that goes. I kind of, okay, what the fuck? So, testing out this new mic. Well, not really testing, just retrying. And then we're gonna be looking at some old Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I found. I know Yu-Gi-Oh is not as big as Pokemon cards, but you know, it still might have some value. And then loud and clear, nice. And then thinking about switching phones. My iPhone is unfortunately giving out. There's time where it lags out, like it stutters a lot, doing simple things. Digimon was where it was at. Yep, I agree. Digimon was where it was at originally. Digimon was a very cool show too. For me, it was Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, then Digimon in that order. But why did my lights change? The fuck? I took the command off. That's so dumb. That was purple for some reason. What the hell? No, I gotta fix it. What the heck? Do. This one completely turned off for some reason. Why? Anyways, but yes, and then I'm thinking of switching my phone. My phone's giving out, the battery's dying, deteriorating pretty quick, and whatnot. So I'm thinking about going to Android again. I tried Android last time, but unfortunately that didn't work that well. I want to go to default state. How do I do that? Dashboard. Done. What the hell? What's the Q? There you go. That one's still blue though. Bum, 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 bum. How do I hell do I make my lights back to it was? What the heck? I forget. It should get so complicated sometimes. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Alerts. There you go. Finally, it took long enough. Okay. All right.
Come, Charlie.
How's the PC treating you, Josh? I've been listening to a lot of country music. No, people should have told me country music was good. Well, I was always against country music. I don't know why, but I've been really enjoying country music lately because I've gotten tired of listening to the same music I've listened in the past, which was like Latin, Spanish reggaeton, things like that, Spanish music, hip hop, rap, and then I finally got into. I was like the other day, I was like, let me just try some country music. And then I know some country artists. I know Jelly Roll. I know Kane Brown, Luke Combs. I know those type of singers and stuff like that. So I've been really listening to a lot of that. It's actually pretty good. I like a couple songs. Country music is kind of lit. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But for country music, let's go back over here. This all stemmed from me trying to find a song that I like. Bim, bim, bim. All right. All right. So, like I said, I was digging through my. Let me see if I could find. Should I keep this music? I don't want to get. I might need to get. All right. Let's play some of this music. Just cause. Just so I can show you guys what I'm working with over here. So I was digging through some old cabinets that I had that I brought from New York, and I remember I remember that I bought when I was younger. I was a very in, I can't even speak right now. That's how tired I am. But anyways, let me start from the beginning. I was going through some cabinets, right? I found some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Back in the day when I was younger, I was very, very, very like into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to duel my friends and things like that. When you were younger, right? It was either, hey, you're into Pokemon cards, you're into Digimon, you're into Yu-Gi-Oh, you're into the Pokemon games, you're into the Yu-Gi-Oh games, you're into the Digimon games, and if anybody remembers, Blade, what is it fucking called? What is it, kid? Beyblade, right? Let It Rip. That was also very popular. So I fell into the category of Yu-Gi-Oh. I wish I'd fallen into the category of Pokemon and I would have kept my whole Pokemon collection back in the day because I had some cards from it, but I don't have that. I would have been a millionaire by now. Unfortunately, I think we all had it. We didn't know that the value of Pokemon cards from the early 2000s would have cost something now, you know? We all made that mistake. But so I found a bunch of cards that I brought from New York because I knew these were sentimental value to me. So I love Yu-Gi-Oh cards, um, and I gotta take better care of them and whatnot. I remember using them to duel a little bit back like a couple years back because I was working and some people were into Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. So it's pretty cool that some things never die, you know, like Pokemon is never gonna die. And I know that Yu-Gi-Oh cards hold some value to a certain extent, not like Pokemon cards, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll go through the pile and see what we have here. And some of these cards are newer, for sure. They're not necessarily very old cards. I do have some classic cards in here. And in New York, I have a binder with very old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I don't know if I could ever get some value out of that. Just had it hurting my head. So let's go through them, yeah? All right. Wedgie. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. So as you can see, some sleeves. These are the Blue Eye sleeves. Let's see if there's any cards that might have some value. And we could also look to see if there's any value out of them. Here's a classic. I don't know if you guys remember this one. Card Destruction. Classic spell card. Magic card. Classic. We also have this is a first edition? No. We have Lightning Vortex. First edition. Monster Reborn. I think this card is still banned in tournaments. Monster Reborn. You got, is that a, oh, there's no. Trap Hole. Classic from the original. It's pretty cool. Soul Release? Huh. Select up to 5 cards from either you or your opponent's graveyard or remove them from the current deck. Let's see. Axe of Despair. Crazy. Magic Jammer. Gauntlet Warrior. There's a first edition too. Blizzard Warrior. Do you guys remember Celtic Guard? Remember them? I gotta do something for Instagram. Get this Instagram going. Dun. Let me just move this. Ooh, I found a card that might be worth something. Oh, hello there. Let me see. You guys are part of the picture, right? It's blurry. It's blurry. You can't have blurry pictures out here. There you go. All right, we'll go live. Sorry. Tune in. This is the life of a Twitch streamer, part timer, not even a part timer, like once a month type of deal. Yu-Gi-Oh! That show was amazing. I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest with you. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was amazing. The original though. I haven't seen the current ones. I don't know if they're good. So. All right, so let's put this back. Let's go through this. So I saw a card here that possibly might be worth something. So we got an Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Right? I gotta find a better angle. What if let me see. What if I add? Mm, I know it'll be double, but let me go over here. I'm trying to make this nice the setup nice for you guys. Well, for me, myself, and I. No one else is watching. Down, down, down. Trying to make the setup look nice for you guys. And then I will go over here to this one. Make this a little bigger. Have that right there. I know I'm dual on the vertical scene, but we're going to table look. Perfect. All right, I'll give you guys a better look at the cards. All right, so we got a obnoxious Celtic guard. I'll show it in both cameras. We got this one right here. See, obnoxious Celtic guard. Right there. This is a first edition. I wonder if that worth anything. All right, let me start over. These are all cards. These are all cards that we could use. These are all right. All right, let's start over. All right, so we got a Blizzard Warrior. He's a limited edition Blizzard Warrior. First limited edition. Let me see if they're worth anything. So we got a obnoxious Celtic guard first edition, Blizzard Warrior limited edition. Evocator Chevalier. I don't know how to pronounce that, so forgive me. So there you go. All right. Then we got this one over here. He's a first edition as well. We'll put the first editions together. We got Gauntlet Warrior. Yo, what up, Dave? He's a first edition as well. We got Soul Release, regular card. We got Trap Hole, regular card. The classic Monster Reborn. I think this card is still banned in tournaments. This is from the original. We got Lightning Vortex. That card is a classic. You borrow these or all of these old. These are old. These are from my old deck. Right? We got Card Destruction. Classic card. I know, I'm pretty sure this is worth something, but this is a pretty bad condition. Card Destruction. It's holographic too. I'll put this to the side. I think this one, although it doesn't have like a first edition or anything, because this is nothing. We got Axe of Despair. We got Magic Jammer. Magic Jammer. It's a first edition. I don't think that's gonna be worth much. No, I don't think. Trap Jammer. Dark Blade, a classic. First edition. Pretty bad condition though. You guys can see first edition. But yeah, these are all from my old back in the day, David, when I used to play this and I used to collect them when I was younger. That's a first edition. We have Shrink. This is a classic one. Shrink. Limited edition. We got a couple limited editions here. It's pretty cool. Mist Body. The equipped monster cannot be destroyed by battle. This is a classic card too. I remember that. Yes, I know. I wish these were Pokemon cards that I had back in the day. I get it. I get it. This is a first edition. Yes, it is a first edition. Dispel. Destroy one magic card on the field. If the card targets is face down, flip it face up. If the card is a magic card, it is destroyed. If not, it is returns to face down position. The flip card is not activated. Good card. We got Draining Shield. What phone you switching to? I was thinking about going to an Android phone. Draining Shield. Draining Shield. Look at that. I wonder if these cards are worth anything. Bring that up a little bit. My iPhone is giving out. To tell you the truth, Dave. Man, you've done this before, but switched a week later. Nah, this time I'm doing it for real though. I'm doing it for real. I'm gonna give myself a couple months to do it. Heard the picture's pretty good. I heard that too, but there's a deal on Samsung going on right now. So the Pixel, right? The Pixel 9 XL, the Pixel 9 Pro XL, right? It's going for like almost $1,000. And Samsung is having a deal, a promotion that you could get up to $400 off if you get the Samsung 25 Ultra for $900. So the Samsung 25 Ultra is better than the Pixel, right? And it's also a bigger screen and it's $100 cheaper, you know? We also, all right, so let's continue on with the cards. We have Chaos Command Magician. This is a first edition. First edition. Trying to get a better view. All right, that's a first edition. Move this more to the side a little bit so you guys can see it better. All right, better lighting there, right? All right, we got Skilled Dark Magician. I remember this was my Spellcaster deck. Skilled Dark Magician, first edition as well. We have Breaker, the Magical Warrior, first edition as well. I gotta do a better job of placing this right. Show this one over here. Why is this not updating? Oh, because that's on YouTube. That's why. All right, now we have Defender, the Magical Knight. This is also a first edition. Better. You can see my freaking. We'll move this to the side. Fuck it. We got Sage of Stillness. Not that very important. We got Exchange. Exchange. It's a holographic. We'll keep that to the side. We got Blast Magician. Not very important. We got Card Injector. Limited edition. Remember, these are old cards that I had back in the day. A limited edition Card Ejector. All right. We got a Blackwing. This is pretty new. Blackwing. We got a Blackwing Borrow the Spear. First edition. Put that to the side. We got a Dark Thinker. We got Gearfield the Iron Knight. I remember I used to be a big warrior guy. This is a first edition, yes it is. We got Jax Knight. All right. We got a Tactical Espionage Expert. This used to be a, I think so. I'm not too sure, but this card right here was to represent Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series. Right here. Tactical Espionage Expert. I don't think that's worth that. We got another obnoxious Celtic Guard. There's another first edition. I'll be quick with this one. It's over here. We got Queen's Knight. I don't think that one's worth anything. We got Command Knight, first edition. We got Familiar Knight, regular card. And this is the one that I think is worth some money. It's in pretty good condition. I should get... No, it actually has a couple bends, unfortunately. Damn. But the all-time classic, the one that saved Yugi Moto all those times back in the day. Classic Dark Magician. Dark Magician. And he has some hollow effects to it, too. Unfortunately, he has a bends. I don't think if I send it in, it's going to get a good rating. Put it over here. Dark Magician. Classic. You can see this hollow. I'm pretty sure that's worth something, for in a good condition at least. Let's continue on. We don't have that much. This card's not that good. We got a Mystic Swordsman level 4, first edition. We got an Axe Raider. That's a first edition as well. That's a classic one. The Axe Raider. I'll keep that to the side. This card is nothing. Axe Raider. All right, first edition. All right, let's put these away. I think the Monster Reborn, these should be worth something. All these right here. We'll check these out. See if they're worth anything. Damn. It's all the cards I used to have back in the day, huh? Put this to the side. We have some one-offs over here. So we have Elemental Hero Blade Edge from the 5D series. So it's holographic. It's pretty good condition. Might get something out of that. I wonder if this card's a classic. I think it should be. We got, these are pretty new. We got Maneater Bug. We also got Elemental Hero. So these are pretty new. I don't think they're going to be cost anything. We got a Max Warrior. It's hollow as well. We got to get some sleeves for that. We got a Maneater Bug. Classic, first edition. We got a Elemental Hero Wild Heart. No, this is Elemental Heroes and are from the GX, right? GX, I think so. Yeah. But we got to get some more sleeves for this. I wonder if the Yu-Gi-Oh cards go for a lot. Maybe we could bring back Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you know? Start doing some pack openings like how they do and dry the value up for those cards. Maybe I could sell these cards and get money and become a millionaire. Bum 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 bum. What is this? Oh, these are okay. Put that to the side. And these are newer ones that I got. Bum 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 bum. All right, we got a lot of tuner cards here too. This was my warrior deck. Ooh, we got some good cards here. All right, let's go through them. All right, first up, we got Legendary. I got a couple cards in here. Oh, another one. We got Legendary Six Samurai, Shi-En. This is a tuner card, synchro card. Hollow, too. See that? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wonder why this is not going to the default state. That really pisses me off, to tell you the truth. Bum bum. I'm trying to find something. Give me a second. Where's the ads? Ads. Finally, thank you. Took you long enough. Holy Jesus. All right, back to the regular thing. Hey, what's up, Jaden? How's everything? All right, let's continue on. How's your day gone? We have a Six Samurai forum right here. We're going through old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't know if you know what Yu-Gi-Oh cards are, Jaden. You might be too young. We have Hand of the Sixth Samurai. These are all my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Hand of the Sixth Samurai. First edition. We got Legendary Sixth Samurai Enchi. And this was my Sixth Samurai deck. These are first. No, these are nothing. That's Enchi's first edition. This Hand of Six Samurai is first edition. We got a Lightning Vortex. I showed this one already. This is first edition as well. We have the Sixth Samurai Yoriza. That's nothing. We have Grandmaster of the Sixth Samurai. How much are they worth? I have no idea. We're gonna look at it. I'm just going. I found these. I used to be a big Yu-Gi-Oh card guy back in the day. So we'll see if they're worth anything. We already went through one deck. We had one card that's probably, if it was in good condition, could be worth a lot of money. I'll show it to you right now. It's called this card right here. This is a very classic card. It's called Dark Magician. This is a very popular card back in the day. And I'm sure I could get some. If it was in good condition, you could see there's like a little bend in it, but it's also hollow effect. And I'm sure I could go for a decent amount of money, maybe like $30. But that's once again if it was in good condition. We had the Warrior Returning Alive. That's a first edition card. Nothing really special off of that, but it is a classic card. We have Fissure, classic card again. Are you gonna get them graded? I might. I found them, so might as well, right? We got Fissure. That's not really worth more. We have Card Destruction, another holographic card. I wish I would have taken care of my cards when I was younger, man. And I wish I would have collected the Pokemon cards. I used to have some and I just threw them away, man. We have Heavy Storm. This is a classic card as well. Heavy Storm first edition. We might be able to get something out of that. Giant Trunade first edition. I think I have double first edition here. This is a classic card as well. Legendary Six Samurai Mitsuhu. Little hollow. There's another card behind it. Matasa the Zapper. I didn't see that one. Look at that. It's also hollow. No, it's not. A little bit. Just the name is. I wonder if they have different, like, see, it's pretty back condition too. Jeez. Put that one back in there. I collect Pokemon cards. That's dope. I wish I would have got into collecting Pokemon cards. We got Call of the Hunted. Ooh, Change of Hearts. I think this card is also banned from being because people still play Yu-Gi-Oh cards nowadays, you know, just like how they play Pokemon cards. But Pokemon's more of a collector's item now. But Yu-Gi-Oh cards still are in play. Change of Hearts, it's a banned card. Banned card in the game. I know that for a fact. This is not a first edition though. Put this to the side. Dos Tornado. Black Pendant. I'm not gonna show these. Not really cool. Tribute to the Doom. This is the first edition card. How many Pokemon cards have you collected so far, Jaden? Tribute to the Doom. Legendary Six Samurai. I don't know how to pronounce this. How much do you think your collection is worth? Honestly, if they were in good condition, probably $100, maybe. We have this another. This is a first edition Legendary Six Samurai. Another hollow, pretty good condition. I honestly over 1,000. You collected over 1,000 Pokemon cards. It's pretty cool. I would honestly have to check how much these cost. This is a first edition. Capsular evacuation device. Sometimes I can't read. Forgive me. This is a first edition. Monster Reborn, another banned card. I showed this one previously. Marauding Captain. This is a first edition. This is a pretty old card. This might get some money. It's not in the best shape. Card Destruction. This is actually a first edition. That's crazy. Reinforcement are the Army, first edition. Elder of the Six Samurai. Not that important. Rajiki Break. This is a pretty old card. This is not a first edition. This card is super old. Dark Hole. I wonder if that is worth anything. That's a pretty old card. Just a reminder, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards don't hold as much value as Pokemon cards. I know there's a market for it, but Pokemon cards, when it comes to like collectors, it's worth a lot more. All right, we got a Trident Trade, Shin's Foot Soldier, Vorse Raider. This is a classic card, and it's a limited edition too. It's hollow too. Look at that. Pretty cool. Vorse Raider. Limited edition card right there. We got a Six Samurai, Nishihashi. I'm a big guy I'm a big fan of characters that have swords. So that's why I created this Yu-Gi-Oh deck of just like warrior guys. Skull Invitation, nothing much. Do you think the Giants are going to the playoffs? Depends. We're in a situation where we don't know our identity for the offense. We don't have a quarterback. We're waiting on Aaron Rodgers to decide if he wants to stay in New York or go to the Vikings or go to the Steelers. So we don't really have much of an identity right now, depending on. It just depends who we start getting in. I know Russell Wilson wants to go to the Giants. We also talked to Jameis Winston yesterday, I think. There's also a possibility of Joe Flacco. So there's options. We're just waiting on Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is good enough for us to pursue, especially give more than what he's asking. I think he's asking for 33 mil for 2 years. That's too much money for a average veteran quarterback, So I want us to be prepared for the draft. I don't want us to solely depend on the draft to build the offense, because I don't think that necessarily works. And yes, Cooper Kupp did go to Seattle, right? He went to Seattle. That's a great pickup from you guys. Great pickup. I actually thought he was going to come to New York. All right, let's continue on here. The Six Samurai. That was Six Samurai card. All right, let's continue on. This light keeps turning off, and I'm not liking it. Why is it? All right, I gotta take that command off. I don't want that anymore. Ads happen. Alert. Switch. Thank you. All right. We got Cursed Darkness, not really much. We got Reload, a first edition. Did you hear about the shooting last year at Willie Elementary School? I did not hear that. Here's another first edition. Reload is a pretty classic card. Hopefully, it's always sad to hear about those type of things, though, Jaden. We have Axe to Spare, not that much. Going there. We have a Chamberlain of the Six Samurais, first edition. Another first edition. Magic Cylinder, a very classic card. It happened on your street? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jaden. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully your family wasn't affected, and like I said, it's always sad to hear about those things that happen. I never wish that on anybody. Negate Attack is also a very classic card. You got Graceful Charity. This is also a very classic card. Put that to the side. Magical Hats, first edition. This might be worth something. A very classic card. We got the Six Samurai Iroh. Not worth much. Mystical Space Typhoon, first edition. Yeah. Threatening Roar, first edition. I don't think we're gonna get much. Dimensional Fissure. Any monster sent to the graveyard is removed from play instead. It's crazy. Torrential Tribute, first edition. This is a classic card. Six Samurai, another Six Samurai, Card Destruction. Swords are revealing a light. This one's a crazy one. It's also first edition. Premature Burial, first edition. Now, the following card is probably not this one, the last card. This is a Legendary Six Samurai. Besides the Dark Magician, I think this has to be my most rarest card that I have, right? Unfortunately, in the condition it is, it's not worth much. So, Jinzo. Let me answer. I gotta. I gotta answer somebody text. But yeah, this is probably probably the rarest card I have. With Jinzo. This is a classic card. Now let's see if they're worth anything. I'm gonna see Voice Raider, Jinzo, Dark Magician. I'm gonna take these cards back together. See if there's any value in these cards. Pretty sure I could just take this off now. See if there's any value. All right, let's look this up. Just chatting. All right, let's see if there's any value in these cards. I'm answering a text, guys. Give me a second. I think that's WC10. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry. Yeah, we're going. I will. I'm actually gonna check. Sorry, guys. Once again, this is like a work text as I answer. All right, let's see. Where do you go to look for these? Let me see. Let me ask Chat GPT. Where to check value of Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Uh-uh. All right, we could use TCG Player. All right, let's use it. Let's do it. Wow. Well, Pokemon is the first thing that comes up. All right. All right, let's see. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Where can I see? Price guide. Okay, let's see. Can't I just search up? View all sets. Could I just, I'm gonna look up cards. All right, so let's look up Jinzo. Once again, this is Jinzo. This is another camera. Jinzo. I'm gonna see how much Jinzo is going for. Jinzo. Jinzo ain't worth shit. Well, it's worth. Is this a first edition? No, it's not. So I have a Jinzo PSV. What is it? PSV 000. What about that one? No. Let's see. Hold up. We're cooking Jinzo. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So we gotta find BPT, PSV. So which was the one? What was the expensive one? Oh, this is ultra rare. Holy shit. The OTPTP. So I have PSV. So this one, so right here, this is the one. The Pharaoh Servant PSV is worth $10 in good condition, first edition. It's a secret rare. It used to cost $10. First edition would have cost $414. Jesus Christ. This one right here. Right here. I go to. God damn. That would have been some money. I would have used that right now. Jeez, that's a lot of freaking money. All right. All right, now we know that how much that one costs. All right. That was a first edition. PSV. Is there another one? It's PSV 00. That's what it is. PSV. Damn, these are going for very expensive. Jeez. Dun- All right, now let's go look for Vorse Raider. That's the limited edition. See how much this one costs. Vorse Raider. Is that going for anything? It's not going for much. Which one do we have? We have CT2 and EN003. Let me see. So this is a limited edition one though. Yeah, right here. 75 market price. Market price 77 cents. Limited edition. I could get it for 748. Not bad. Damage. This was a little. This is a little damaged. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at Dark Magician. Dark Magician. All right. We have SDY-006. Oh, this is a common one. Actually, market price $27. Not bad. This is ultra rare. Is there another SDY? First edition is 150. Look at that. Trying to see the cards. Yeah, roughly. This one's going for $2. This is the one I'm showing you right here. $2. Huh. Starter deck Yugi. SDY. That's the one I have. This one, 2002 Collector's Tin Secret Rare. Limited edition is going, market price is 123. Limited is 123. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. All right, let's look at Card Injector. This is Card Injector, by the way. This one right here. This one right here for the people over here. I gotta change. We gotta go to this one. There we go. All right, Card Ejector. Not going for much. This is right here. Yep, DPT Duelist Pack Collection 10 Ultra Rare, 35 cents. Not worth much, unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right, let's see what other cards I was supposed to look at. All right, what about Shrink? Shrink. Not going for that much. This is yep, there it is. It goes for about 15 cents. Right here. What about Blizzard Warrior? Yep, this one right here goes about for 5 cents. Okay. All right. What about Exchange? Ooh. Oh, I don't have the one that costs $60. I have this one right here, 25 cents. That one right there. What about Card Destruction? Let's see. All right. No. Card Destruction. What do we have? We had the SDY-0 Starter Deck Yugi. Yep, that's the one I have. It goes for about 10 cents. right there. Monster Reborn. I'm sure a lot of people have Monster Reborn, right? Reborn. Which ones do we have? We have the SYE. SYE, SYE. I don't see it here. SYE. SYE029. Yep, about 7 cents. Trap hole. See if we have another one. Which one else? What else is valuable here? What about Axe Raider? I know he's a classic. He's from Yugi starter deck. Axe. All right. Raider. Yeah, about 8 cents. This is what? 5DS1? 5DS1? Yep. He's about 5 cents. Piece of shit card. There's another one here. What else could we get? I don't see any other good cards here. What about Scaled Dark Magician? About 15 cents. Which one's this one? SDS. Yep, the one. He goes about for 15 cents. Not bad. All right, let's check out these. What are these here? Elemental Hero. Blade Edge. All right, this is YSD. YSD. He goes back for 14 cents. 14 cents. There's one that goes for $300. That's crazy. Jeez. Is there anything special here? Max Warrior. What about Man-Eater Bug? Imagine this card is worth a lot. We have the SYE, SYE. I don't see it. I don't see it. SYE 017. It goes about 15 cents. Not bad, not bad. I think we have another deck to go through. All right. These are done. Not much value out of these cards, unfortunately. Trap Jammer. What about D-Spell? D-Spell is kind of old. D-Spell. This is SDY 029. Yep, 14 cents. Not much, not much. Familiar Knight. Maybe the Queens and Jack Knight might give us something here. We'll double check those real quick. I have other ones back in New York for sure. I might pick them up when I go back and do like a whole thing about them. Jack's Knight. All right. Ooh. So there's one that goes for 22. Oh. But I unfortunately don't have that one. So this is the Jack's Knight that I have. Proof that I have it right here. Jack's Knight. I have the EEN. EEN. Oh, this was actually $4. I think this is the one. This is a limited rare. This is actually the most expensive card I have. Yeah, this is the most expensive card I have. That's crazy. Hold up. Let me duplicate this. Wow, I didn't expect that. Jacksonite? How much is the Dark Magician? Where is it? Yeah, and did I look at card destruction? I gotta look at card destruction. I have the SDY-006. Yeah, Jacksonite is more expensive than that one. All right. Look at card destruction real quick. I think I already looked at it though. Card destruction. I know for a fact I already looked at it. I won't look at it again. All right, put this to the side. What about the Jinzo? How much was the Jinzo? Jinzo? I gotta look at it again. I have PSV. That is 0. No, this is actually the most expensive card I have. $9, $10. The Jinzo. So is Jinzo, right? This is Jinzo, Jacksonite, and Dark Magician third. That's crazy. Let's check out this Queen's Knight. Check out Queen's Knight. Oh shit! $13. Let me see if I have this one. I have the EEN. Let me see, where's that one? How much that one cost? Oh, this one's 10 cents, bro. I thought I got hyped. This is only 10 cents. The King's Court Collector's Rare, the KICO 026 goes for $13. Wow. All right, so we got 3. See if we can find any good cards. Well, how much was the Worst Raider? I forgot. Worst Raider. Which one do I have? CT2. 75 cents? Yeah, 75 cents. All right, we got more cards here. Let's see which ones we could get that have some value. What about Swords of Revealing Light? This was a popular card, so I don't think it has that much value. Swords of Revealing. Swords of Revealing Light. All right. Any value? Any value? Not much value. Okay. Magical hats. That one might give us some value. Some value. Magical. Magical hats. Let's see. Any value out of this one? $3. Which one is this one? This is a DPYG. DPYG. 19 cents. Nothing crazy. Grateful Charity. This is a classic card. Graceful Charity. Excuse me. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This is the SDP-004. $1.50. Oh, that's actually not bad. $1.50 for that one. Magic Cylinders. What about that? Magic Cylinders. Any value in those cards? This is the YSD. YSD. That's why. About 27 cents. Nothing crazy. What about Reload? Reload. 10 cents. Oh, wow. This is the SD5. SD5029. Yep. 8 cents. 6 Samurai. What about the 6 Samurai? Are they going for anything? I don't think they are. 6 Samurai. Is the Grandmaster? Is this one going for 40 cents? I don't think the 6 Samurais are going for anything. Ugh. See if this guy's going for anything. No, they're not going for much. Barely anything. Okay, we got Card Destruction. What about Marauding Captain? That one's pretty classic. Hmm. Ooh, which one do we have? The other SD5? SD5, SD5. How much is that going for? 8 cents. Great. There's one that's going for $2. Crazy. All right. Tribute of the Doom. What about Heavy Storm? I do have a Dark Hole in here. Heavy Storm. Which one do we have? YSDS. YSDS. 24. $1.87. Not bad. $1.87 for Heavy Storm. Dun, 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 dun. Lightning Vortex. There's another card behind this. Let me see. Metastas. Might be. Imagine this is a card is worth a lot of money. And it was hiding. No, not that much. This is IOC. 86. Yeah, 10 cents. Nope. Worth nothing. You could go back into hiding. Card Destruction. Fissure. Not worth much. These are Threatening War. What about Dark Hole? Let's see. This was a proper Dark Hole. I don't think this would work because it's part of the SDY deck. Hole. Dark Hole. SDY 026. SDY. We're looking for SDY. Yep, 7 cents. Worth nothing. Is there one that costs a lot? Not much. Monster Reborn. I think I already put this one in. Reborn. How much is this one worth? This is the SDP-035. I don't see this one. I'm sure it's not going for that much either way, so wouldn't cost that much. Black Pendant, Dust Tornado, Call of the Hunted. Change of Hearts. We have Change of Hearts and Call of the Hunted. I think that'll be the last two we check. That was fun. Dun, dun. All right, let's check Call of the Hunted. Call of the Hunted. Not going for much. That's the highest. So if it's PSV, that's the most expensive one, I think. Yeah, this one's not worth that much. Yeah, it's worth 7 cents. All right, Change of Heart. SDP, another, what is it? Short print? Oh, no. Sorry. All right, let's see. Change of Hearts. SDP. 7 cents. So I think this one, yeah. So I think these are the 4 cards that brought us the most value. We have Jack's Knight, Jinzo, Graceful Charity, and Dark Magician. Those are the cards that cost some money. Once again, we'll go through it. We'll go through Jack's Knight. I'll show you exactly the one I had. Jack Knight. We have the EEN-EN005. So this will be, oh, actually, no, what the hell? Which one was I looking at? I was looking at the wrong one. So there's two. There's one. I don't have the. This is hollow. So no, I don't have that one. I have this one right here. What the hell was looking on this? But this one costs is worth a lot though. Yeah, there's one that's $4. There's another one that costs 9 cents. There's one that costs 6 cents, $6. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, Jinzo. I have the most expensive one, which is this one right here, the PSV one. Actually, it's not the most expensive one. The most expensive one is PSV EN00, which is this one right here. But I have this one right here, as you can see. Sucks it's in bad condition. I could have gotten at least 10 for it. It's crazy that I have that. I knew this one was special. Maybe give it more time. And Dark Magician. Damn, Dark Magician. We have SDY. SDY, it's $1.25. And that's all she wrote, man. That's all she wrote. I should have collected Pokemon cards, man. I should have collected Pokemon cards. Fuck. It's all good. I gotta see the ones that I have back home in New York. See how much, see if I find any rare ones there. It is hot in my room. That was fun. Put these back in here. Alrighty. Oh. Bam, bam. All right, let's go back to some other music. All right. Let's go to see what's going on with All right, we finished the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I wonder what's the most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's figure that out. Let's find that out right now. Let's see. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What is the most expensive Yugi? Oh my god, I can't type. Card. Most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card. Black Luster Soldier. The rarity, there's only one known copy in existence. It was sold for $2 million in 2021, making it the most expensive card ever. It was awarded to the winner of the first official Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. The card was never released to the general public and is considered a one-of-a-kind collector's item. Aside from this one, a one-of-a-kind card, there's also other extremely valuable Yu-Gi-Oh cards, including Blue Eyes White Dragon. First edition PSA, a highly graded card of classic can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. Dark Magician, another fan favorite card. Where the frick is this one? Rarity. Holy shit, Dark Magician Girl, 1,500? Jeez. Is there a high to low? 300 Dark Magician Ghost Rare? Oh my god. All right, let's keep reading. Another fan favorite, high graded copies of the first edition card were worth a lot. $123. Hmm. The recommendation goes for pretty much. She goes for $440. Wow. All right. What's the other one? The first edition Show and Jump prize cards. These were cards with these part of special promotional tournaments with certain versions of cards like Jump promos being valued at high prices. Blackluster Soldier. Blackluster Soldier. This card was sold for $2 million. Can you believe that? It's Tournament Blackluster Soldier. Apparently, this card is only once in existence. But the original Blackluster Soldier, jeez, $800. I want to see. I want to see if there's a picture of the tournament. Tournament Black. So this is it. $427,000. Wow. That is crazy stuff. All right, what's the most expensive Pokemon card? That's what I was looking for. Let's look it up. The most expensive Pokemon card ever sold is the Pikachu Illustrator card. This card is extremely rare and it has an incredible history, making it the most sought after and expensive card in existence. Key details about Pikachu Illustrator. Rarity: only 39 copies of the card were awarded to winners of the 1998 Pokemon Illustration Contest in Japan. Price: a PSA 10 gem mint condition copy of the card sold for $5.27 million in February 2022, setting the record for the most expensive Pokemon card ever sold. History: the card was given to the top artist who won the Pikachu illustration contest. It features Pikachu in an artist pose with the paintbrush, and it is considered a unique, iconic piece of Pokemon history. While there are other valuable cards such as first edition Charizard and Gold Star Pokemon cards, none come close to the Pikachu illustrator. In terms of price, the card's rarity, condition, and historical significance make it an incredible value collector's item. Oh my god. How much was the Blackluster Soldier sold for $2 million? That's probably the most expensive card. Let me see. Pokemon Pikachu. Illustrator. Trying to find it. Let me see. Those are out of stock, huh? Jeez. What was the other one? Shiny first edition Charizard. Let's see. How much is that one going for? 400 and what the hell? How is this 3EX 3500? What the? Oh, you know what? I was looking at the market prices wrong. Give me a second. Blockbuster Soldier. I spelled soldier wrong. $680, $599. Wow. Wow. Dark Magician. 496. Wow. Look at this. This first edition Charizard its market price is $5,000. Holy camole. That's insane. What was the other one? Gold Star Pokemon cards. Gold Star Poke. Gold stars, huh? Damn, look at these prices. 1,000? Should have collected Pokemon cards. Frick. That's so crazy. Boom, 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 boom. That's crazy. I should have collected freaking Pokemon cards, bro. Should have. Should have, would have, could have. Bye. Give me a second. Damn. So we made what if I were to sell my cards, what? Around $5? Huh? $5. That's crazy to me. Maybe I buy some cards. I want to buy some cards. Open up some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, some Pokemon cards, see what's going on there. Get some Lego sets too. That'd be pretty cool. It's crazy how this stuff from the 90s and 2000s just gain immense value over time. Immense value. I can't believe it, honestly. And I wish we took advantage of it. Wish we took advantage of it. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. Ugh. Uh, 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 uh. Would have definitely enjoyed having a little. Imagine if I found a secret card. Imagine if I found like a card that was worth like $10,000, and I had it, and I was the only one that had it. That'd be so cool. But unfortunately, I'm still broke. We gotta open more cards up, man. That was fun. The last two streams have been fun. I played a little bit at the end, but I don't think I'm gonna play today. I'm tired. I'll probably spend the rest of the time with my wife, but it's pretty cool to just do something different. I know I could definitely get some clips out of this stream. I gotta watch the whole thing all over again, and post it up on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and things like that. It was cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! Not unboxing because these cards are already unboxed, but it's pretty cool that to experience that, the nostalgia and the cards that I opened up as a kid. Fortunately, no value in them. Fortunately, no value in them. Ba-da-da-da-da. Bum, 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 bum. All right, the next thing I want to talk about before I get off. I'm tired. You know what's funny? This is probably the hardest thing, and a lot of people can't do that. And I'm really proud of myself for doing this. Talk to your fucking self for 2 hours. Try to entertain yourself for 2 hours. Entertaining yourself for 2 hours with barely any interaction is like you must be going crazy in your head to be doing this type of shit and just doing this for fun. I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's how you grow naturally and become a better on air presence, if you know what I mean. You literally have nothing. You're talking to no one. And you're talking to yourself. That's crazy to me. But hey, I have a degree in theater and drama. I use my acting skills to a certain extent, and I really don't mind it. I kind of have fun. It kind of helps me de-stress, especially when I game. It helps me distress too. But it's cool. It's cool. Doesn't matter. I do this for fun, and I like thinking of creative ideas to make it more fun for me. I guess this is the first time like I open up cards on stream. And that's pretty cool though. I see why people find it fun, but I'm not spending thousands of dollars to get Pokemon cards. To tell you the truth, that's a lot of money that I'm not willing to spend. There's people that spend the money to tell you the truth. There's a lot of people that spend the money. Let's go back to this one. A lot of people spend the money to try to get lucky and find the Pokemon card that's gonna make them millionaires. And it's a gamble, it's a risk. You don't know what you're gonna get. But you know what's funny? These people that just I've seen stuff on TikTok. People just like at the vending machines taking the stuff, and that's just like, oh, that's so cringe. Like so cringe. I wonder what happens to those people. I hate that. Like I get it, it's your business, but come on, you know. I guess early bird gets the worm type of deal. I get it. Oh. I put this on and I'm so tired. I'm yawning a lot. That's not good. I'm so tired. I was gonna game today. I was thinking of playing Marvel Rivals. I played Marvel Rivals with my boy on the weekend. I crashed out sort of hard on him. Holy shit, crashed out. But I'm glad I was able to play because the biggest thing with me with Marvel Rivals is that I was worrying too much about my rank. Now that I lost a couple games and I see how people are in platinum, and I feel like I don't deserve to be platinum. That's another story for another day. But I don't care now, and I just want to play. But I told them I was going to play with them, so I was going to save my game time to play with them. I also downloaded a couple games that were on sale by Steam, which were not bad. Ended up getting Marvel's Midnight Sun. It's like a tactical game. It's pretty fun. And then I got the Assassin's Creed Mirage. I was gonna play it before Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out, but today is the 18th, and it comes out Tuesday on Thursday. So I might try that out on Thursday. Whoa. Ugh. All right, the other conversation I want to talk about: Samsung or iPhone. Which one would you go for if you were switching phones? And you're just tired of the iPhone you're tired of the iPhone. All right. The iPhone being the same. Yes, I'm a big fan of simplicity. I'm very deep into the iPhone, the Apple ecosystem. All right. I just I want something different, and my phone's starting to give out. The battery's dying a little bit quicker, it's degenerating faster. It has hiccups, it lags here and there. So I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Phone is about to be 4 years old. It's still in great condition. I probably could sell it and like try to get the money over, but I'm probably gonna keep it just in case I ever want to return to iPhone. In case I do go to Android. See, brand new, looks brand new. And you know what's different? And you know what's funny? If I just showed it like this, you wouldn't know if it was the iPhone 13 Pro Max. All the iPhones after this looked the freaking same. They all look the same. The only difference is the action button. There's no action button on this one, and the photo control button that goes down here. Basically, the same phone, same design. That's why I'm so tired. iPhone has not done anything to attract my attention when it comes to their phones. Right. On the other hand, there's Android phones that have caught my attention. The Samsung S25 Ultra, the Google Pixel. There's a lot of options in the Android atmosphere, or what's the word I'm looking for, in the ecosystem of Android, right? Last year I did something stupid. I bought the Samsung S24 Ultra, and I used it for 5 days and I returned it. Why? Because I got peer pressure by my friend. No, honestly, because I have this problem where when I have money and I want to spend money, I spend money, right? So I was thinking about it. It got into my head. I want a new phone. I want a new phone. I wanted to try something new, like something now, right? Like something now is happening. So I was like, fuck it. Let me try the Samsung phone. I tried it and I didn't really give it an honest try, you know? I tried prior to these thoughts and last year, I had a Samsung S Note 9 back when that phone came out, right? I tried it for a couple months, but I got tired of it because the iPhone at during that time when that phone was coming out was innovating, creating new things. So I went back to Apple, right? And prior to that, I was on Apple from Apple 3, Apple 4, all the way to Apple 10X, I think it was. And then I went to Samsung. And then I tried the Samsung Note 9, right? And then I went to Apple again. The next phone was the iPhone 12 that I got. 11 or 12, I forget. And then I continue on from there. But Apple has not changed in the last 4 years. So I think I might actually give Android a decent shot. Samsung's having a deal on their phones right now that you could get the Ultra 256 gigabytes for $900. So I don't know. Is it worth trying? I might post it up on TikTok, but let's see. If you're going for, if you, this is the question I want to propose. If you're an iPhone user and your phone is giving out, it's a 4-year-old phone. For example, I'm an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and the battery's dying a little bit quicker than usual. It's about an 83 battery capacity. My phone is dying usually quicker than usual. It's lagging. Some apps are having hiccups, And obviously, yes, I know as your phone gets older and new updates come about, the updates make it slower. I get that because the updates are meant for newer phones. I understand that. But I might be in the market for a new phone. Would you go to the next iPhone, which in this case would be the iPhone 16, right? For $1,200, a 16 Pro Max for basically the same phone, not as good at AI and 2 extra buttons compared to my iPhone 13 Pro Max? Or would you go to Android and try out the Samsung S25 Ultra that has bigger screen than both the iPhone I have now and the current iPhone, right? Has great battery, has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of memory, right? And change IO like operating system. What would you guys do? Let me know. Hopefully I can get some comments on TikTok and YouTube, but I'm not just talking to myself. I am going to miss the ecosystem, though. The Apple ecosystem is really good. It's very good, well integrated. So, I don't know. I might try it. You got to try things. And I'm actually going to give it a decent try. I want to give it a couple months. And especially that RCS now is better. I definitely think that it could, you could have some fun with it, So we'll see. You know what's funny? Something else. The people on the vertical thing, the vertical, you can't see it, but on the regular stream, this right here, that right there, there's supposed to be a chat box that goes up. You saw it in the beginning of the stream because my brother passed by, and some people came by to say hi. It's supposed to be chat. There hasn't been a chatter in about An hour. Well, we're here to have fun. We're here to vibe out. Yeah. See. I really, you know what's funny? I keep saying, you know what's funny? I'm turning into this guy that keeps saying the same stuff. I find it very interesting that I have such a routine, especially with the people that I watch on Twitch and YouTube. Like when their videos are not live or they're not live on Twitch or streaming or anything, I feel like I don't have nothing to watch. I've come accustomed to watching certain people, and having my day pass by like that. But on days like where they don't stream or they don't have YouTube videos that interest me, my day goes by so slow. And I have this issue where I want to start a series on Netflix, an anime type of deal. Like I want to watch it. For example, I have to watch Solo Leveling. I'm waiting for it to finish season 2 because I heard it's really good. I've been wanting to start it. I think there's one episode left for the season to end, so I might as well just watch it until the last episode, and then wait for the last episode to come out. But I haven't had the energy to start it. Does anybody have that issue? That's always hard. And the other biggest issue too, I like rewatching good shows. Me and my wife have this problem. My wife is recently pretty bad with this. She's been watching Gilmore Girls, right? And I've kind of like seen it here and there with her. She finished it and she started it back over on the same day. I'm like, that's mental. Jeez. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end it there. I had fun opening up Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Had fun talking to myself about phones. um, but I'll keep you guys updated. I might. There's also going back to the phone conversation. The Google Pixel 9 Pro XL is a pretty decent phone. But like I said, if I'm about to spend $1,000 on a phone, if I could get it for $1,000, but I could also get the Samsung S25 Ultra for $100 less. Might as well get that one because that's the more premium phone. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me know how you guys like the new style, the new mic I'm using. It's not new; it's old mic. I'm reusing it. If you guys prefer this mic, or if you guys prefer the Beacon mic, here's just a quick test. This is a Beacon mic. This is a USB. This is the podcast mic, Rode podcast mic that's connected by the XLR. This is USB. I'm gonna switch it off right now. Oh, these people calling me. Let me see if I can switch it off for you guys right now. Ding, 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 ding. So this is the Beacon mic, right? This is the Beacon mic that we're talking through right now. I prefer this one. It gives you more of that podcasting feeling. This one's like, I am going to use it for when I game and I talk to my friends. So I'll probably be switching in and out. But it's cool that I have 2 mics now. I can be creative with it. All right, now we're back to the Rode podcast mic. Already, probably gonna call it there. We're gonna go have fun and eat with my wife. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Probably on Thursday. We might try out Assassin's Creed Shadows. We're gonna watch Gamer Ranks before we buy and see how the game turned out to be, because Assassin's Creed Shadow was very controversial. Still is. So we'll see. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. This has been your boy DFC. Thank you everybody that passed by, and I'll catch you guys. All right, it's been your boy. I'm trying to find my ending button. Bye.